Mr. Chairman, like I said earlier, even the Supreme Court has recognized that. That's a legitimate minority.
Yes, for
protection.
ordinary corporations,
No, Mr.
maybe
Chairman.
for public utility.
Yes, Mr.
Is it
Chairman.
explicit public utility?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Can you show us the ruling
And it
for public utility?
I'll have to go through that decision, Mr.
No,
Chairman.
give us the GR number. Hanapin natin
I
ngayon.
forgot, Mr. Chairman.
But how can you
What I'm
forget?
saying-
You cited a
No.
Supreme Court ruling that it's allowed for a public
Yes,
utility.
Mr. Chairman.
So that let educate the committee. Give me the GR number. I-flash natin. Educate everyone. Attorney Concepcion.
We're looking for it, Mr. Chairman.
So kung nagbabanggit po kayo ng Supreme Court ruling, pakibigay po sa amin yung ruling na yon.
Not with me right now.
Oh, so next time you're a lawyer. Dapat pag nasa korte ka, di ba? Pag magbanggit ka ng Supreme Court ruling, sasabihin mo yung ruling na yon, mag-specify mo kung ano yung ruling na yon. Pag nasa korte pa lang tayo, kung akong judge, pinagalitan na kita, sinabon na kita, baka pinalabas na kita sa korte. Kasi you're not doing your homework. Babanggit-banggit kang Supreme Court ruling. Tapos ngayon, tatanungin ko sa'yo, anong ruling na yon, anong GR number na, hindi mo mabigay. Kung akong judge pa, lalabasin kita. Sasabihin ko, you're talking nonsense.
Mr. Chair, at the end of the day, can they delay? Yes. Can they hold us hostage? No. Decisions can be made within the day, within the hours. It will take a few more documents, paperwork to be done, but the Filipinos, when it needs to, they can make decisions without the Chinese.
The bylaws on notice of meeting, how many days?
5 days, Mr. Chairman.
Okay,
But
so-
that can be waived.
Who will waive?
Any of all of the shareholders, if they waive that notice requirement.
That
Yeah,
can
but
be waived.
how-
Paano kung hindi winave?
Well,
You're just saying it, that can be waived para makalusot.
Mr.
Pero what
Chair,
if they...
the bylaws are there for a reason.
But how sure are you na nasusunod po yung bylaws, sinusunod po ng Chinese?
Well, even the Filipino shareholders have to.
No, but do you have records to show na hindi nangyari ito? Yung mga pinag-usapan natin dito, yung pinagdududahan namin?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Pwede ka magpakita ng records na right there and then nakapag-decision agad yung board na para i-allow yung mga Pilipino to continue with the board meeting?
No,
kahit
Mr.
wala yung
Chairman.
Chinese?
No, not in that situation, Mr. Chairman.
Well, yun ang sitwasyon na pinag-usapan natin
No,
dito.
because that hasn't happened, Mr. Chairman. So there is no record of that happening. That's what I've been.
Kaya nga yun nga sinasabi namin na pwedeng mangyari. Na kapag nangyari yun, dihado yung mga Pilipino, dihado yung mga majority. Pero sabi mo, hindi pa nangyari yun, na pwedeng mangyari.
Well, hindi. That's
Para hindi nga mangyari, dapat baguhin na natin.
Mr. Chairman. The members of the board endeavor to work together all the time. They come to a consensus all the time. All of them attend meetings all the time. None of them are absent. If there is a board meeting and one is not physically present in the meeting, he has to log on.
But ang sinasabi po attorney ni Senator Win at ako, but there's that possibility na pwedeng mangyari yun. Di ba?
Mr.
No, I know you're saying it doesn't happen, pero it can happen.
Well, with all due respect, Mr. Chairman, I think
Kaya nga para hindi na mangyari yun, dapat baguhin na natin yung procedure na yan.
in fact,
Yung polisiya na yan.
Mr. Chairman,
Para iwasan natin, bakit pa natin hintayin na mangyari yun? And then besides, how do we know that hindi nangyari yun?
if,
How do we know? Unless kung magpapakita pa kayo ng records na hindi nangyari yun. Can you submit to
we
us all
actually,
the records sa lahat ng mga board meetings ninyo?
Mr. Chairman, actually, we have manifested in our last submission that we will be submitting those. We just need more time to collate because we have the volume of documents that we're going to submit. And
Board meetings? Ilang beses ba kayo nagbo-board meetings kada buwan? Is it every year? Every
quarter,
every leap
Mr.
year?
Chairman.
O every quarter lang pala. So ilang quarters lang ba? Magbigay ka ng example. O kunyari, magturo ako ng 26, 27, 8, 9, 10. So quarterly lang pala. So four times
We will submit, Mr.
four
Chairman.
times a year.
We will
So
submit.
voluminous ba yon yung board meeting nyo? In a certain year, magpakita kayo ng sample sa amin. Bakit sabi nyo, pinag-aaralan nyo pa? Kinukulit nyo pa?
Mr. Chairman, we have moved offices from Quezon City to San Juan, so our record.
But again, that cannot be the reason
I know,
you-
Mr. Chairman.
you move.
That is why we, in our last...
Kasi kung nag-move kayo, ibig sabihin, nawala yung mga papeles ninyo, kaya nahirapan kayo. So ibig sabihin, hindi kayo organized.
No, Mr. Chairman. That is why we manifested in our...
Kaya nga, you should never use the fact na we move. Yung mga salitang naglumipat kasi kami ng bahay, kaya hindi ko ma-provide yung dokumento, yun yung binibigyan ng mga negosyanteng
Apologize,
gustong
Mr.
umiwas na makapagbayad ng tama sa BIR. Nawawala pa kasi mga dokumentong hiningi ng BIR, kaya sasabihin na ng palusot, lumipat kasi kami, nawawala yung mga dokumentong hiningi ng BIR, pasensya na muna. Don't ever use that. Pang mga small time na mga negosyante, yung kayo big time.
Yes,
You
Mr.
shouldn't
Chairman.
use that.
I
Dapat organized
apologize.
kayo, dapat computerized kayo.
I apologize.
Dapat hindi naman umano. With all the monies that you make by the billions, hindi mo na pwedeng palusot yan. Yung mga small time ng negosyante lang yan ang pwede magpalusot ng gano'n. Okay, sir?
We will be submitting, Mr.
Go ahead
Chairman.
po, Senator Win.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Well, Mr. Chairman, in my view, that 60-40 requirement of the Constitution, especially for public utilities, is for Filipinos to always have control of the public utility because of public interest and
We agree, Mr.
national
Chairman.
security. So Filipinos can always be in control, management-wise, finance-wise, and the operations. But how can you be in control if you cannot call for a board meeting?
Mr. Chairman, like I said earlier, even the Supreme Court has recognized that. That's a legitimate minority.
Yes, for
protection.
ordinary corporations,
No, Mr.
maybe
Chairman.
for public utility.
Yes, Mr.
Is it
Chairman.
explicit public utility?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Can you show us the
I'll-
ruling
And
for public utility?
I'll have to go through that decision, Mr.
No,
Chairman.
give us the GR number.
I
Hanapin natin
I
ngayon.
forgot, Mr. Chairman.
But how can you
What I'm
forget?
saying-
You cited a
No.
Supreme Court ruling that it's allowed for a public
Yes,
utility.
Mr. Chairman.
So let educate the committee. Give me the GR number. I-flash natin. Give us the educate everyone. Attorney Concepcion.
We're looking for it, Mr. Chairman.
Diba, kasi I'm applying this to a scenario wherein the Filipino shareholders would want to change the management, exert control, but they cannot. So what's
Actually,
the
they
use
can.
of this?
They can.
But what's the use now of this 60-40 if I cannot call for a board meeting?
Hindi, makasingit din, ano?
Yeah.
You've been mentioning that, I think 5 times na, yung Supreme Court ruling. So kung nagbabanggit po kayo ng Supreme Court ruling, pakibigay po sa amin yung ruling na yon. Yung GR number nga, sinasabi ni Senator Win. Otherwise, huwag niyo na pong gamitin yung sinasabing,
Yes, Mr.
palagi niyo
Chairman.
paulit-ulit for the fifth times yung sinasabi niyo meron pong Supreme Court ruling. So kung meron pong Supreme Court ruling, nasaan? So before you open your mouth, dapat
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
alam mong sinasabi mo at back up yan ng dokumentong meron ka na sa harap mo na ginagamit mo na sinasabi mong Supreme Court ruling.
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
So, wala ho kayo noon? Hindi mo matandaan?
Not with me right now. Mr.
Oh, so next time, you're a lawyer. Dapat pag nasa korte ka, di ba? Pag magbanggit ka ng Supreme Court ruling, sasabihin mo yung ruling na yon, mag-specify mo kung ano yung ruling na yon. Di ba? Ganun dapat pag ang patakaran, being a lawyer.
Well, preferably, Mr. Chairman.
Di ba? Preferably.
Yeah.
Dapat. Pag nasa korte pa lang tayo, kung akong judge, pinagalitan na kita, sinabon na kita, baka pinalabas na kita sa korte. Kasi you're not doing your homework. Babanggit-banggit ka ng Supreme Court ruling. Tapos ngayon, tatanungin ko sa'yo, anong ruling na yon, anong GR number na, hindi mo mambigay. Kung akong judge pa, lalabasin kita. Sasabihin ko, you're talking nonsense. This just shows, Attorney Dylan and Attorney Cynthia and everybody, na talagang the Chinese has the power to delay the board meeting over the Filipinos who has the majority. Ito lang yun po eh. Ito yung suma total dito eh. Na yung minority, yung Chinese, may power sila to delay the board meeting, to stop. Yun lang po yun. Yun lang po yung pinupoint out namin dito. So next time po again, Attorney Dylan, I'm really curious. Pwede ba paki-research mo ngayon sa mga staff mo Yung pong sinasabi niyong Supreme Court
Yes,
ruling?
Mr. Chairman.
Kasi yun yung palaging paulit-ulit binabanggit mo para medyo mapatigil kami. Dahil siyempre, Supreme Court ruling, we will respect that. Sino ba naman kami para hindi respetuhan yan, di ba? Pero nung tinanong na ni Senator Win, hindi ka na makasagot. Kung ano yung Supreme Court ruling na yon?
I just forgot the title, Mr. Chairman, the case.
But, para sa akin, Mr. Chairman, in my interpretation, this is a very important safeguard to protect all of us Filipinos. But we sold ourselves to the devil by foregoing this safeguard. We cannot convene. If they say, no, I don't want to convene. For example, there's a sense of urgency. There's national security. We want to change everyone, all the management there. Only the board can do that. But they cannot convene. Mag-i-issue ka 5 days. Notice ng meeting. O sige, magmi-meeting tayo. Hindi sila sisipot. I-issue ka na naman another 5 days.
2.
2 pa, so 15 days. So what's the use of this safeguard? What's the use of that 60% being given to the Filipinos? I mean, I'm willing to be educated, Attorney Concepcion. I'm willing to be proven wrong. That's kung mali ako din, mali kami.
So do I.
Diba? But show us the Supreme Court ruling.
We'll submit that, Mr. Chairman.
But can you show us now para matapos na itong issue na ito?
We're looking for it, Mr. Chair.
Diba? That's a material. We have lawyers. Ang dami natin abogado dito sa kwarto. Is any of the lawyers here can show us the
Maybe
Supreme Court
Attorney
ruling?
Balanta would know. Attorney Balanta?
Puro
alam mo,
abogado
yung-
sa likod namin eh.
Oh, puro attorney to. Attorney Donna, puro mga attorney. O may professor pa. Professor Del Mundo. Oh. Puro ang gagaling ng mga tao. Attorney Suyat. Oh. Alam niyo ba yun? Supreme Court. Ayan, nag-research na sila. Pwede ba pag-research? Yung una maka-research, may premyo sa akin. Oh, bigyan ako ng premyo. Oh. Hindi. Isang kabang cornic. Wala, may naka-research na? Wala, ano? Any takers? Wala. Ayun, nagkakahirap na. Nagtutulong-tulong na sila doon. O, di ba? Nako, Mario Jose.